Okay, so me and my mom went to color me mine. So like I was not here most of the day. I painted actually I'd probably insert the picture of it like not. Hello my color readers. Today we're gonna be doing another clear the cart. And today we're gonna have a color generator pick a color palette and then we're gonna pick a book based on said color palette. So let's just get started. I'm gonna do like a color generator from this website called Color Designer. I'm going to go down to 4. Let's make sure we're screen recording. All right, so now we're going to generate. Okay, so a lot of blues. Let me look what we have. I'm not sure we are going to have anything in this particular color scheme, but we're going to see if we can find something close. We brought a few options. I'm not sure any of them really match, but let's see. So we have the Heartbreak Hotel. It kind of has that teal color. It doesn't have the yellow, though. Like, there's no yellow on this. But it has the teal color. It has the greens. I guess this is a pretty close option. Then we have Just by Looking at Him, which is on my monthly TBR. It's also a reread, so probably wouldn't be my first choice. It has a lot of blue. It doesn't have any green, though, so I think that's going to be a no. We have Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. This has the green elements, but it doesn't have any gray or teal. It has purple, though, which I don't have. And then we have The Mad Wife. Yeah, I'm not really sure that this matches. Like, it's not giving me that. Like, these are very summer colors, and this is not giving me that. Like, this is not very bright. And then we have Broken Country, which is just a lot of yellows. So I think we're going to go with the Heartbreak Hotel. I just hit myself in the face. Great. I think we're going to go with the Heartbreak Hotel because I just think that's the closest to the color palette we got. So the Heartbreak Hotel. Okay, so I finished this. I think it was really cute. I will say it feels more like a fall read than it did like a now read, but that's okay. It's all fine and dandy. I just want to point that out there. There was a lot of grief in this that I was not quite expecting when I picked it up. So that was like a shock, but also the story itself was really cute. I'm not really one for like straight romances, so for me, like, this was okay. Not sure this was like, I don't know how I would feel about like rating it or suggesting it. I think I have to be in the right mindset just because I don't read for straight romance. But if you want something that has a little more depth with the characters, that's not just like steamy and like spicy, this would be a good option for you. If you want to like read about grief and read about heartbreak and all of that kind of stuff, I do think it was really good. Yeah, so that's the Heartbreak Hotel. I don't have my phone, so that's not ideal. But let me see if I can. Okay, let's change it to 4, and then let's click generate. Okay, let's go see what we have. Because they're very similar to these colors, but let's go see. I think I have 3 choices. So I have Sugar Baby, Oh my gosh, the amount of emails I get on a day-to-day basis is absolutely crazy. Okay. We have Sugar Baby. This has like the teal and the green and the purple, so that is an option. The only thing that this does not have is green, and I guess it doesn't. This palette doesn't have pink, so I guess that's kind of a no-go. And then we have this, which has mostly green. It has some blue on it on the back, and it has purple. Now this has more purple, and there's two kinds of purple on this palette, and there is two kinds of purple that's on this. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to line it up here. I guess they both would work, to be honest with you. This just has like more green, and this has more, I don't know. This isn't really solidly green. This looks more like blue green. Like, that's teal and then that's blue. But then this doesn't have blue. I think we're gonna go with Heartstopper just because neither of them are 100% close, but yeah. Okay, so me and my mom went to color me mine, so like I was not here most of the day. I painted. Actually, I could probably insert the picture of it like not glazed because it's not glazed right now. Um, and if I get it before this video goes up, I'll place the photo. But I'll put it up here. It's giving Heartstopper. It's giving gay. But anyway, I have read most of this off camera. I think partly because this is the end of an era, and I just hit the epilogue, and I literally, I already know I'm gonna cry because I was already tearing up when we were at the Leavers Ball, okay? Like, I am heartbroken that this is ending. And it's not because I think it's time for sure. But Nick and Charlie, I don't want to say goodbye to them quite yet, but obviously I'm going to. This is really hard, guys. I promise, like, I don't think people understand like this, especially like, okay, so this came out about a year or so, I think a year after Young Royals did. And if anyone doesn't know the story of like the person that I do buddy reads with, I talk about Holly all the time, but we do buddy reads every month. That's who I do the buddy reads with. Um and one day you'll get to meet her, but she lives in Australia. And we met because of Young Royals. We met on TikTok. And we've been friends ever since. We've traveled Europe together. Like, we're about to go on another vacation next year, which I'm super excited about. But this is just like, this is such a part of our friendship. And she has actually these tattooed on her arm. And it is. Actually, we have a tattoo that matches, which is the plane. But I am literally. I'm just talking to avoid reading the last few pages of this. I'm not even gonna lie with you. I'm quite literally not gonna lie to you. I'm so heartbroken. Okay. I knew I would get a little teary-eyed, guys. Was that not obvious? I'm so sad. Like, I don't even know what to say here. They're gone. There's no more Nick and Charlie. Okay, let me go put this away and then we'll pick a color palette. Hopefully it's not a sad book. Alrighty, now we're gonna click 4 and then we're gonna generate. Okay, let's see, we have some pink in there, we have some green. We'll see what I have. Hold on. Okay, I have a few options, but none of them are perfect. Like neither of them. None of them. So this is Best Offer Wins, which I just think is too red. And then I have Girls, Girls, Girls. There's no yellow. So I don't really like that. And then I have Tropesick, which is like pink and yellow. So we definitely know that Best Offer Wins is out, which is sucky. So it's going to be either one of these. I think this is a little too bright. Like, I just think Tropesick is giving off more of the pink, but then there's no green. But I guess we're going to go Tropesick. Because, yeah. Yep, that's what we're going with. Because out of the options, this is kind of the closest. Wow, I have no idea what my hair is doing. Okay, anyway, that's beside the point right now. I have like less than 100 pages left. I don't even know, like 80 or so pages? I don't know. This book, I think, first and foremost, the grief of this book. I know that Lauren Oakey's other book, which is The Best Worst Thing, which I have not read, even though I am curious about it. I just, with where I'm at in my life, I don't think reading a story about fertility or infertility more so would be in my best interest, just given things going, like, my life. But one day I will read it. But this, I, I think for me, addiction always kind of hits pretty heavy in general. So this kind of just is a lot, but not in the same way Best Worst Things would be. I think it hits all the right romance points, and it also just has so much depth to characters. Like in a typical like romance, like not all the time do you have like something with so much depth and so much story. I definitely think going in, I thought it was more like fiction than it was romance, but it's definitely more romance than it is fiction. But if you want a romance that is super, there's a lot of depth in, and there's a lot of kind of other things going on other than the romance part. Like, I mean, obviously, like I said, it is called Tropesick, so like there is a lot of tropes in this, but I think, but with that being said, in a different way than like a lot of tropes would play out in books, this is, like I said, there is a lot of depth, there's a lot of stuff going on, there's a lot of emotional stuff going on in this, and so I totally, amazing, totally would read, and my camera is dying. Great, 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 Megan. Anyway, I'm going to finish this and then I'll come back and we'll figure it out. We'll, yeah, we'll talk about it. Okay, sorry if you can hear the fan because there is a fan on. It's very hot right now. As you can tell, this made me cry at points. Beautiful, beautiful story. Um, but oh my gosh, that broke me nearly. But we're okay. We made it through, everybody. Let's let's just take a breather for a second. I am gonna do one more book because obviously it went to come very quickly, so I just wanna have one more just for you guys. I don't know. We'll see. Let me go grab my phone and then we'll do it. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Um, let's do 4. Generate. Okay, so we got purple, blue, gray. Let me see if I even have anything, because I don't know if I have anything in these color spectrums, to be completely honest with you. Yeah, I don't have any in those color spectrums. So we're gonna generate this again. I have a lot of red, but I don't have a lot of purple, so I don't know what that says about me. Okay, now we have orange, teal, purple, and gray. Let's see what I have. Okay, not gonna lie, our options are a little bit not great. So let's show you what I have. So I brought out Tempting Venom. There's no purple on this and there's no blue on this. So not sure that that's gonna really work. This has red, teal. I guess it has gray, so I guess this would be the closest. And then this has purple, blue, and green. So I think we're gonna go with this, which is another small book, but I think I'm gonna go with this because I would think it's probably the closest that we're gonna get. It doesn't have any purple on it, but that's about as close as we're gonna get, not gonna lie. So we're gonna go with She Who Remains by Renee Carabash. Okay, wow, this lighting's not very good, but you know what, we're gonna have to live with it. So I have less than 20 pages left of this book. I literally started it probably an hour ago. It's only 147 pages, and like most of it is like poems or like letter. It's like complex. It's like there's some like random like it's all kind of like it feels like it's like news articles and like poems and things like that, like bits and pieces of someone's life. So if you don't know what this is, it's about someone who lives in a rural Albanian village, and they have some laws that are interesting, that are very much based in religion. And yeah, 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 yeah. It's about gender. It's a conversation about gender, of wanting things and wanting people that you can't have. I don't know why my brain just kind of blanked it out, but yeah, it's about gender. It's about someone who in the society you can become a born again virgin, and then you also like essentially transition, like you live as a man. Um, Although they wouldn't really consider it what we would consider being trans in our societies, but anyway, if you like more of like cultural anthropology, which I would find really fascinating, I would never study it like as a degree, but it is, I took a couple classes in undergrad and it was very interesting. But if you like that kind of stuff, I would definitely check this out. The poem structure is a little bit funky to me, but that's beside the point. But we all know how I feel about poem structures, so. Again, this is very good. I think the thing is, yeah, like I think you have to really like cultural like anthropology, other societies to really like this book. I always find that very fascinating in terms of like how others live, especially with like other religions or the way other people view religion. So for me, like there are some societies that polyamory is like very is considered very normal. Some that have like women and two men, like all very normal in society, by the way. Um, and I always think that's very fascinating. So if you like that kind of stuff, you're definitely gonna like this book. I will say the reading experience is a little bit funky. It is a translated fiction, so I don't think that helps it in any capacity, but it is poems and it is like articles and it is letters. So there's a lot of stuff kind of converged into one. So you really have to kind of pay attention and also like read into the subtext, especially with the letters and stuff. So highly, if you want that or interested in that, I highly suggest it. I believe this is a translated fiction, obviously, and I believe it won a prize this year, but I'm blanking on what it is right now. Um, but yeah, definitely, definitely worth it. Again, the exploration of gender. Am I speaking English now? The exploration of gender was really interesting and really fascinating in this. And also, there's like another element of like very real, very rare things that can happen with individuals. But yeah, like anyway. So there you go. That is it. That is it. Very good. all these books were very good, and I'm very happy with all of them. They're definitely an eclectic group of books for sure, but yeah. Alrighty, thank you for watching this video. What book would you read if you had this color palette? And make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!